Hello again, this is Heero Uzuki with part 100 of my Fallout New Vegas Let's Play, the game in which you'd think the NCR would take the security of their president much more seriously. Unfortunately, they don't. They didn't think to sweep the inside of the visitor center, check the terminal to find that there was an unknown ID login. They didn't check the supply closet to find the bloodstain, and, most likely, the body of their engineer stuffed into a locker. They didn't think to check on their sniper over there, who was pushed off and replaced with a Legion sniper. I had to dispose of him. And they didn't even check the president's vertibird, which had been rigged with a bomb. They should have done that stuff, but didn't. Instead, I had to handle the security detail myself. And I'm not even getting paid for any of this. Why do I go to these efforts for these people when they're clearly so ungrateful? Well, it doesn't matter. We're going into the last quest of the game anyway. It's not like getting paid's gonna mean anything.
Is the president safe?
Is the president safe? You weren't out there? You're supposed to be a colonel, for God's sake. You're supposed to be out there looking after your president. You're all kinds of incompetent.
Good. His death could have had a major impact on morale. This whole affair was ill-advised from the start, and I, for one, am glad it's over.
I couldn't tell.
While you were out, General Oliver arrived and briefed all senior officers regarding a change in our strategy.
Good
I'm
for
not
you.
at liberty to divulge what was said, but I've been instructed to send you to him immediately.
And I should go
He set up
because
his
why?
camp in the office area at the south end of this power plant. Dismissed.
I feel it's worth noting at this point that I could pull a total dick move and swap over to an independent Vegas. I could, but I'm not going to. I've already done that route. So, against every fiber of my being, we're gonna keep going with this.
Well, you took your sweet-ass time coming here.
Nice to see you, too.
Let's get down to brass tacks. We need to get this thing moving if we want to keep the element of surprise.
Children, I give you General Lee Oliver. Glory Hound. Barrel of incompetence. Waste of functioning organs. The NCR army would probably function a lot better with him dead. It would, but that's not going to happen this time.
You've done some great work for us up to this point.
Oh, now
We're
you're
hoping to
recognizing my
use your unique
contributions.
abilities to aid us once again. Thanks to the task my subordinates have delegated to you, the NCR now has a unique opportunity.
And that is...
We now have a chance to take the fight to those bastards on their home turf. I'm in the beginning stages of planning out an assault on the fort. I've made calls to our allies, and they're on their way to our
my
position.
allies. They're here
Once
to
our
help
forces
me.
are in place in garrison here, we'll begin our assault.
Yeah, let's just dump the energy weapons, explosives, guns, and repair, I guess. Might as well. At least we get a few stats maxed out.
Sir, I don't know what happened. A bunch of Legionnaires just stormed into the power station.
Into the power station? How is that possible?
Your incompetence,
I
that's
don't know,
how.
sir. There was some talk of them entering through the clog intake tunnels, but I don't have any confirmation. On my way up here, there was some chatter about their commander, the Legate, I think he's called, set up at some kind of base on the eastern bank.
Okay, listen here. Unless we can get some additional support, I'm gonna need you to help me resolve this situation.
Of course you do.
You need to make your way to this camp they have on the eastern bank and take out the Legate. That should hamstring this attack.
Really? You can't get Colonel Moore to do this? You can't get some of your fearsome rangers to do this? You're delegating everything to me again.
Like I said earlier, we have some supplemental forces on the way, but this wasn't the situation I was expecting.
You're
So I
supposed to
can
be a
only offer
general,
what
for
is on
Christ's
hand.
sake. You're
Thanks
supposed
for
to
your
expect the
support.
unexpected.
I'll make sure the NCR emergency radio is up and running. Go kill those bastards.
Good gracious! The Legion is using the intake tunnels to storm their way into the dam. Someone has to stop them.
Let me guess. That someone is me.
I think that you should be able to divert the flow of the water into the generator turbines. That would grind them up like a hamburger.
Oh, please don't
The
say that. You're
computer
making
to
me
activate
hungry.
it is just ahead, but you may need to go outside to activate the manual override.
More
that system
manual
hasn't been used in
labor.
a while.
Great. All right, I'll get it done.
Good luck. I'm gonna find a place to not get shot.
Smart man. Anyway, since this is the last quest of the game, I brought some good toys with me for this little soiree. I brought my unique Bowie knife, I brought my Yaoguai gauntlet, I brought some handguns, some magnums, I brought a laser pistol and a laser rifle. That's right, it's light that hurts. I brought my plasma rifle, because whereas everyone else is content with the standard 3 states of matter, I brought the 4th, and I wanted to hurt people. I've got 3 sniper rifles, 2 Inglorious 308, and the 3rd, well, you're probably familiar with it by now. It uses that delicious, crunchy 50 MG, that 50 cal. I've got a shoulder-mounted machine gun. I've got a rocket launcher. I've got a missile launcher. Hell, I even brought my man-portable nuclear delivery device. And some nukes to make it work. Why? Well, what kind of guy would I be if I brought a toy without batteries? And I even brought some hand grenades. The 2 holy frag grenades I've still got, a nuka grenade, and everyone's favorite hand grenade, satchel charges. Oh yes, I've got all kinds of lovely toys that I want to use. I'm gonna try and use everything. Keep with it. Cut him up. She's Embrace next. Do your best to hide, dude. You don't want to die here. Can I help you? Actually, I think I can.
Retribution!
Okay. That gun! Yes. It's been a while since I've used this one. This console controls the overflow controls for the generator intake tunnels. It looks like you can divert the auxiliary intake into the generators with the power of science. The dials on the panel show a blockage with the intake system. The pressure will need to be relieved at the manual override valve, because manual labor is demanded. That I'm here to resolve this matter for you. Alright, there are 2 guys over here. Let's go ahead and say hi. Nice shot. Right there. Mulch. You're welcome. Alright, let's keep moving. These guys aren't going to get rid of themselves. didn't bring it here just because it sounds cool. A light that hurts. Gotta love it. Remember, children, he who is last is probably dead, so don't fall behind. And where the hell were you when we needed help?
What do you need? Bye.
No use bitching about it now. Actually, I think we should take the dog for a walk. What do you say? I'd have brought Fido, but I don't have a whole lot of 44 mag bullets. Don't get in my crosshairs then. Oh, no, wait. Missile launcher. I don't think these guys can hate me any more than they already do. I don't see why you keep bringing up the whole Caesar's infamy. Also, I must remind you that Caesar's dead now. What a glorious sight, right? You know what the best part about my position in all of this is? Is that no matter who I side with, I always win. And you know why, right? This whole battle for the dam, it might as well be one big gamble between the major factions. And I am the dealer. And if I happen to like you, I'll stack the deck in your favor. I play with a loaded deck.
Alpha Squad reporting in.
Aye.
Thanks for the support back there. We've been assigned to ensure you make it to the Legate. How can we be of assistance? Confirmed. We'll stay with you and help you break through the line.
Nice. Alright. Let's do this. They're not going to kill themselves. one shot and one kill with this guy. What the... Hello, friends. Was the radiation suit necessary?
Cut it out, will you?
Yeah, quit shooting each other. You're supposed to help me here, not, you know, shoot each other. Fourth state of matter. God, I love this rocket launcher. I brought this along for a reason. Let's use it. I can't believe I pulled that off. Eddie'll be fine. Eddie'll be fine. Probably. And here we have two Rangers throwing their lives away.
And who are you to come before me? You bear the insignia of the bear, yet you do not wear it as a soldier of the West wears it.
Was it that obvious?
Kaiser's will is the will of the Legion and the West. All beneath the flag of the Great Bear exists to test the strength of the Legion. The west shall fall as the east fell, and all the tribes that stretch to the setting sun shall bear the mark of the Legion.
Is that a fact?
I see you fight with words, like all beneath the flag of the bear. Let us hope your skill with weapons proves greater. So you seek order? Terms of surrender?
From you, yes.
Our roads into NCR are hung with the bodies of those who attempted to negotiate with us.
I'm
Save
at least
your
giving you a
speeches.
chance to make it
We will
out
take
of here
Hoover
alive.
Dam and move forward until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them.
I mean, I suppose I could always let my rifle do the negotiating for me, but if it comes to that, you'll find out firsthand what 50 cal feels like on your forehead.
Hoover Dam has never seen the mass strength of the East. Only legates such as Graham, who deserve the fire Kaisar blessed him with. Now I am here, and make markers of your people as the Legion carves its way west.
You mean as it dies trying?
You speak in circles. What of the East? I am the East, and I will prove it this day. The victory here shall be swift. Our forces shall take the dam, secure it, then build a road west on the bodies of the NCR.
Can you, though?
The East will hold. Once across the Colorado, nothing to rival Hoover Dam remains. Your weakness? You seek to thwart me by claiming the Legion is too strong for you? That does not mean we would not succeed.
Eventually. We can't hold
The
them.
East was a hard-fought campaign. Even now, Kaisar drew too much of the Legion's blood needed there for this. Hoover Dam is but a place. I will not have it be the gravestone of the Legion, whether quickly, or as you describe, slowly, by attrition. As for wisdom, there is wisdom in your words, man
should
of
hope
the
so.
West. Know that I shall return east. I shall not remain there forever. On that day, the strength of the bear shall be tested.
Okay, have
If the
fun with
West
that.
is one day filled with ones such as you, perhaps it shall be a
I doubt
worthy
it.
fight indeed. My coming would have saved you, set your people free in ways they cannot see. War would have tested them, broken the weak with its violence, yet allowing the strong to arise. Violence gave you that strength, awakened you. I can see it upon your face, where 2 bullets left their mark.
Don't remind me.
Perhaps it is unfortunate Wolpers was not here to hear your words. Something tells me you would prove more than his match.
Probably.
Until the day when our armies meet again, NCR. I shall wait for you on the battlefield.
Okay, bye. Alright, we're done here. Was that necessary? I already took care of the resistance. And I made the legate retreat.
That's a fine bit of work back there. Truth told, I'm surprised you made it out of there in one piece. You and the dam.
You're
I'm
welcome.
impressed to say the least, and that's no easy thing. You've secured NCR's future. The administration sends its thanks for what it's worth.
Very little.
We clean up, take prisoners, watch the east for any more trouble from the Legion. Though I think they're still running, according to our scouts. After that, we'll see what happens when the dust settles and how the Mojave looks now without Caesar coming for its throat. Something tells me we better enjoy this breather while we can. And if that means Vegas, then you and the troops have earned it. Can't keep the courier spirit down, eh?
Nope.
Fair enough. We'll clean up here. Kind of curious how this is going to pan out in the long run, but I guess history will tell us in its own sweet time.
Just don't fuck up, please. It took a lot of work to capture this, and there's no guarantee I'll be around to help you the next time.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed.
You're welcome.
The new California Republic celebrated its second victory at Hoover Dam, establishing definitive control over the entire Mojave Wasteland.
You're welcome.
Soon after, they negotiated terms to annex the Strip, Freeside, and many surrounding communities. The Mojave Wasteland, at long last, had entirely fallen under the NCR's banner. The courier, fair and even-handed in his dealings throughout the wasteland, was honored by the NCR for his support of the military at Hoover Dam. He was presented with the Golden Branch, the highest civilian decoration given by the Republic.
I give you the dam and
Tabitha
drive off
and
the
Rhonda
Legion,
went
and
east
you give me a
through
fucking
Caesar's
branch.
land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Really?
Convinced that his time as a gunslinger was past, Raoul made peace with the idea of growing old. After traveling with the courier for a time, he retired and settled down in Outer Vegas, where he would spend his days fixing ancient machinery.
With the help of the Gunrunners, the Boomers developed a healthy trading relationship with the NCR. Eventually, the Boomers began wandering out into the wasteland, while still preventing outsiders from entering Nellis.
The Brotherhood and the NCR in the Mojave Wasteland declared an official truce, despite continued hostilities between the two in the west.
They'll get over it.
As per their agreement, the NCR handed over all suits of salvaged power armor, and in return, the Brotherhood helped patrol I-15 and Highway 95.
Despite her departure from the group, the Brotherhood's peace treaty with NCR came as some relief to Veronica. Though she remained friendly with surface patrols, she was never again permitted to enter the bunker she once called home. Fearing for the safety of anyone she associated with, she continued her solitary life as a scavenger. But reports would emerge from Mojave scientists and social workers of old equipment miraculously repaired and research notes mysteriously completed.
A wandering technician.
Their leaders destroyed by the Courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
Sorry, not
After
sorry.
the NCR's victory at the dam, the followers of the Apocalypse were pushed out of Old Mormon Fort during its occupation by NCR forces. NCR further encouraged them to leave Outer Vegas entirely, and the followers had no choice but to comply.
Arcade had hoped that Freeside would be able to remain independent of NCR rule. But he was glad that Caesar's Legion had been stopped at Hoover Dam. He tended to the sick in Freeside for a while longer, then returned to NCR territory to become a teacher with the followers there.
His best possible
Good
outcome.
Springs saw more trade along I-15 after NCR gained control of the Mojave Wasteland. But with that came a heavy burden of the Republic's taxes.
Stop taxing
Some
the little people.
old-timers, unable to handle the cost, were forced to move on, grumbling all the while.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass survived to see the NCR flag flying proud over Hoover Dam, and thought for a moment, this is what a hero must feel like.
You weren't there, though.
She was about to tell the courier not to get too proud of himself. Then she figured,
Don't tell
he
me
knew
what
that
to
already.
do.
That night, Cass kicked in the door of his room to celebrate, only to find the man on the bed was an NCR soldier whose barracks had been destroyed.
Yeah, I already skipped
He was
down.
cute, though.
Sorry.
So after having her way with him, she got the hell out, leaving an empty whiskey bottle as a note. As she walked
Get
along
off
the
the
dam in the
booze.
night,
It's gonna kill you.
she felt drunk, content, and happy to be alive. Which to her was the whole point of it all.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the Apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Did you get Highwaymen out of the
Thanks
deal?
to the Courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded.
And we're talking to yourselves
and other
now.
super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Encouraged by the Courier to take
Oh,
her
right.
medication regularly, Lily's
Quite a
mind
while ago, I
eventually
went back and took
attained a
care
semblance
of the
of
Lily and
clarity.
Leo unmarked quest. I know I
Her
probably shouldn't
memories
have done that
dulled by
without
the
recording it,
pills.
but
She cast
I kinda
aside
went on
the
autopilot
recording
for
of her
this.
grandchildren, no longer remembering.
So I'm sorry
its
I didn't show you
significance.
this.
After the NCR victory at Hoover Dam, the temporary truce between them and the Kings blossomed into a full-scale relief effort for the people. While the NCR made repeated entreaties that Freeside join the Republic,
Say
the
no.
Kings steadfastly maintained their independence.
Good for you.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories.
It didn't take him
Eventually,
long, though.
Rex's mind
And hey,
settled
he got
peacefully,
lucky.
melding
with
his
Roxy.
own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Good for you guys.
Looking for a place where he could be of some use, Boone found himself re-enlisting with his old unit. Though his regrets remained in his thoughts, they coalesced into a purpose, and Boone embraced it.
He found
He
purpose
spent
again.
his leave time hunting down slavers in the desert. His first recon beret, the last thing they never saw.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty.
I thought the NCR
The
still
correctional
had that after I
facility
helped
became
them.
another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 powder gang tormented the Mojave Wasteland for years.
I've got to deal with that.
Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
After Hoover Dam, Sheriff Myers runs Prim with his own style of frontier justice. He deals with most folks fairly, but now and then someone winds up dead with little to no evidence against them.
Robot sticks with me. Isn't that nice?
Defying Chief Hanlon's worst fears, NCR's Rangers persevered and distinguished themselves during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam. The Rangers, along with NCR's many troopers, shared the glory of victory. Hanlon wisely stayed out of the spotlight, crediting General Oliver's leadership for
You mean
NCR's
his lack
success.
of leadership?
After a brief fanfare, Hanlon stepped down as chief and returned to the peace and quiet of his ranch outside of Redding.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came.
Get out while the getting's
Legends
good.
of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's road came to an end, for now.
For now.
In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died, just as they had in the old world.
Another one of those things that the
Because
fires
war-
of nuclear devastation
war
couldn't get
never
rid
changes.
of. Kind of a shame. But oh well. Well, that right there was the last quest for the NCR side of the game. And the last part of this Let's Play. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you for watching the video, and if you've stuck around since the beginning, the Let's Play. If you enjoyed it, then consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, leave you a comment, and hitting that bell to stay updated with more videos from me. This LP ended up being a hell of a lot longer than I intended, but that just goes to show what kind of pull this game has. Anyway, this is Heero Uzuki signing off, and I leave you with the credits. Because now I should get ready for GTA Vice City. Another game I haven't played in a long time. The number one takeaway from this outing is this. Never screw over a courier. Or at the very least, not this guy. Got it?